A while back, I talked about living in a post AI world, and that was actually my best performing video in the last 90 days. I'd like to address some of that subject because I think some new information has come to light, some things have changed, especially recently with Anthropic refusing to be used by the Department of Defense or Department of War, one of those, um, or the DoD, I'm not sure. Well, that's the Department of Defense, but basically they wanted to use AI for their targeting systems and within their national networks. And then they declared Anthropic an AI, like a, what is it, a national risk, a security risk, because Anthropic said no. And Anthropic is now suing them because they're saying that's prejudicial, which it very well could be. But the interesting thing here is OpenAI lost a bunch of customers and then they tried to go back on their statements. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. But I think in a post AI world, something a lot of people are missing is that the ones who choose to integrate and use AI are going to be the early adopters who will come out ahead if it turns out to be useful, right? So an example is there was a guy on Alex Hormozzi's Q&A. He was there live at the event asking like, hey, we make websites for people, but now AI can make websites. And then he was like, but the people who would use AI to make websites were already making their websites using design tools or whatever, or templates. And the people who are not making their own websites are not going to use AI to make websites. They're just going to hire someone. And then he pointed out after a bit of conversation that this guy who was asking the question was not even using AI to make his own websites, right? Because the guy later talked about how it was hard to hire and grow the recruitment side of the business to get people to make websites. And then Alex was like, have you heard of AI? Just use that to make websites more effectively with less people. And then the guy realized, oh, if I'm not even using it, how can I be worried that my customers are using it? And so I think people overestimate the adoption of AI tools. Like a lot of people might be casually entering things into ChatGPT, but not a lot of people are using actual agents or like make.com or N8N and actually linking up, autonomous systems to do complex tasks together or to work on entire projects together or replace entire workflows. That is something we're starting to see more and more in large companies where they're actually investing the money and time to do that. But on an individual level, it's really not commonplace. And it is worth considering how much time will AI free up for you so that you can do other things, so that you can focus on the aspects of life that you actually enjoy. And if you think about it, AI cannot exercise for you, right? AI cannot experience your life for you. So the only thing AI can do is do some of the effort or calculation or brute force on your behalf. And then you have to still put in the time to get better at a skill, to improve your life, and then to go out and experience the world and build your own life experience. AI can't do that for you. AI can never replace those first-hand things. So it's still worth considering what kind of life do you want to build that will interface well with AI and use AI to amplify it rather than be disrupted by it. And there are lots of options. It's not a one-way solution.